covering the Villages for you. Here's Jill Winters and the VNN Lifestyle News Team.
A female business owner shares her insight to running a successful business. Plus, we have an update on construction going on in Spanish Springs. The third week in October is recognized as National Business Women's Week. Within the Villages community, there are several businesses owned by women, including Limelight Boutique and Lake Sumter Landing, which is owned by Kimberly Quintana.
I am an entrepreneur to begin with, but I like to challenge myself to thrive, and I like to be in this business with the other women to help them confidently achieve the things they want to achieve in life. Even if it wasn't a business, but just to build their confidence. Women that have confidence now feel very comfortable opening their own business and, trying it. It comes from within. I mean, you have to believe in yourself, you have to believe in your product, mainly. You have to have some sort of drive or passion to do what you're doing. I have always been driven to help women be confident, and with apparel, I'm able to do that. Help them, buy into some clothing that they may not be able to see themselves in. Society. If society continues to support women in business, that will build their confidence as well. Yes, I would absolutely say don't question yourself at all. Just do it. If it doesn't work, you'll change it. We create ourselves as we go. This is ever evolving. You don't fill a room and stand still. We continue to create it, and we continue to move with trends, with our customers. Our customers change throughout the seasons and different times of the year. But for the women who are here but don't want to make that jump, I'd say make the jump. You literally have nothing to lose because you'll gain a lot of knowledge if nothing else.
Kimberly has been a business owner for about 25 years, and last month she marked her one-year anniversary of ownership at Limelight Boutique. For any woman that is considering starting your own business, Kimberly's advice is to not be afraid, take a step forward, and work through it. She says you will get smarter as you go, and your success will come from knowledge. Jody Machinji has enjoyed every minute of her 10 years as a business owner. She has been a co-owner of Island Fin Poke in Brownwood since its opening in 2021. She admits she is a huge history buff that has studied all women's struggles, so she thinks it's really nice to actually see a growth in women in prominent positions. In 2019, about 12.3 million businesses in the country were women-owned and operated, and women-owned businesses accounted for about $2.1 trillion in revenue. New enhancements continue to come to Spanish Springs Town Square. District Property Management will begin work to refresh the facade on the golf cart bridge over U.S. Highway 27-441. New lighted signs on both sides of the bridge will include the village's logo and the Spanish Springs Town Center name. 2 monument signs indicating the location of the town center will be installed on either side of the highway as well. This is part of the final phase of a year-long project to modernize the look around the entrance to the community's original downtown to increase the visibility to Spanish Springs for those passing by. Earlier this year, DPM installed a new flagpole at the main entrance as well. The castle walls were painted and new backlit LED signage was added, along with landscaping being enhanced. Work continues on the lofts at the Van Patten House, which will consist of 7 1- and 2-bedroom apartment homes. After this short break, we have a recreation update for you.
Broadcasting and streaming live from Lake Sumter Landing in a small building with big windows near the water. AM 640, 102.7 and 104.5 FM. Your soundtrack to the Villages. WVLG Wildwood.
You're always welcome at Cody's.
Follow me right this way.
It's where friends and family meet for fun times and great food.
We enjoy the 2-for-1 happy hour from 11 to 7.
We come here for the amazing nightly entertainment.
Great service and loads of smiles await you at Cody's Original Roadhouse in Brownwood and Lake Sumter Landing.
This is VNN.
October 16th is National Sports Day, and this community continues to offer plenty of ways for you to enjoy some healthy competition. There are 747 holes of golf available to you to improve and work on your short and long game. There are 111 pools you can go to participate in water volleyball, aqua Zumba classes, and to become a member of the Village's aquatic swim team, so you can compete with other residents at the local, state, and national senior games levels. If you like softball, well, there's 15 fields overall offering divisions for players at different skill levels. And don't forget about basketball courts, billiards rooms, air gun ranges, horseshoe pits, and of course 2 32-lane bowling centers with brand new lanes that were recently installed. With so many sports opportunities, it almost feels like National Sports Day every day here in the Villages. Now let's check in with the Villages Director of Recreation and Parks, John Rohan. He has more details about what residents can look forward to in the days ahead.
Now, from the WVLG studios, it's Jack Hammer, D, and Director of Recreation and Parks, John Rohan.
Rohan. It is time for the Recreation and Parks Report. We'd like to welcome, as always, our friend, Director.
Oh, we need to just go back to bed. Start this day over.
John Rohan, everybody. There you go. Good morning, John.
Good morning, both you wonderful people. Happy Monday. Nice and chilly out.
Yeah, it's really nice. If you're going to go for a walk or a jog, this is the weather to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Go further because it's nice and cool. You're not, me, I get 100 feet and I'm soaking wet.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no, done.
Welcome weather. This is our nice fall time of year here in the Villages. And, I've missed last week, but it was work related. Just a kind of a brief announcement. Our department is, of course, a nationally accredited recreation and parks agency. And we went through that review process. Again, they give you 5-year increments of your accreditation, and we went through that review process thanks to the support of our district management team and our elected boards, and, of course, all the staff and volunteers. And we went to Dallas, a team of us, to accept and receive the best of the Nationally Accredited Recreation and Parks Association.
Oh,
Really proud moment for the community. And, people are very familiar with accreditation. It's about best practices and standards and sustainability. So it was a cool time. Dallas is a great town. But glad to be back, and we got another 5 years of our accreditation, so that's something we will make sure to talk a little bit more about, and the value that it brings to the community, and why residents call the Villages home, because we truly are the best of the best community here for people to live, work, and play. So
that's because you guys really work so hard. I mean, everyone in the Villages, regardless of what division you're in, you work so hard. You can tell it shows. It absolutely shows.
A lot of passion in what we do and commitment. So good day for the community and Team Rec, and talk about a lot of things going on this week. I mean, this past weekend we had 4 of the regional rec centers with the craft shows taking place.
Yes.
Tremendous turnout for that. Got a chance to drive around and see all the action taking place there. And then we move right into Monday, which is our first ever pickleball expo. We've been talking about that on the air a little bit over the last couple weeks. This is kind of in line with our outdoor expo and some of the other large events that we have. And this is really going to focus on pickleball here in the Villages, but we got different vendors, we got demonstrations, we got nutritional booth set up. So it starts at 9 o'clock at Rohan Recreation Center. It's a free event, so come one, come all. We will be doing demonstrations outside on the courts. So we got some folks out there going to be showcasing the latest, greatest pickleball merchandise and programming information, as well as find out about the programs we offer in recreation and parks. And so that'll take place to about 3 o'clock. Wednesday, we have our outdoor concert series. Bobby Blackman starts at 2 o'clock at La Hacienda Center.
Nice.
Bring your chair. Great setup out there. You kind of just sit around Lake Miramar, enjoy some great music. If you want to bring some canned food, we're doing a canned food drive, and that goes to the Seats of Hope folks. And then this weekend, it's going to be off the chain. We have the first running of the squares, which is going to be at the Brownwood Paddock Square location. That starts at 8 o'clock. I think you're walking. You've been talking about walking, Dee.
I don't know. With the luck we've had this morning, Jack and I will end up like face down on the ground.
It might be a crawl.
So we'll work towards it, okay? We'll get you there. We'll get a hoverboard for you. Just work your way through. So that'll take place. You can register day of if you need to, but it is walkers are encouraged and invited to 10. We have elite runners will be out there. They'll be running, 5-6 minute miles. They'll be smoking the course. Great route. So if you're over in that area, you'll see law enforcement set up. There'll be some road closures and changes in how things work. And so if you see people held up a little bit, that's the reason for it. We want to get those runners and walkers safely.
Now, is it going to be relegated to inside Brownwood, or is it going to involve the roadways like, got 44, you got Powell that runs that?
Yeah, it's going to use the exterior roads outside the square. So the staging area is actually in the parking lot by the square. We'll have banner flags up there for people to see how it's set up. We got all the tents set up. You can't miss the start-finish line. It's, professionally set up 5K contractor that we use, all chip timing that we'll have set up there. So
and the time's on that again. This is Saturday?
Saturday at 8 o'clock. So
all right. So if you're going to be up on 44 or you're going to be on Powell or anything, and you have to use those roadways, make sure you follow the law enforcement direction if there's detours or anything like that. We want to keep the runners safe.
Yeah. It steps off at 8, or when does registration start if you're registering that morning?
You can get there at 7 to register early, but yeah, most people are pre-registered, and so they'll be able to get their packets at La Hacienda this Friday. So you can get your race bib and your shirt and everything if you pre-registered. All that information is on our website and in our rec pub about the times for the pre-registration packet pickup. But yeah, if you register morning of, please get there around 7 because we want to get you in the system, and then we'll shut registration down about 7:30.
Now, I've never done this before. Do people dress up and stuff, like costumes and
yes,
stuff? Okay,
absolutely.
so this can be a really fun.
Very social.
It doesn't have to be,
No, it's not.
For the exercise. It can be a social
for the
event.
extreme athlete.
I think I'm going to dress as Steve Murphy.
No, come one, come all, families, all generations, ages. It's a really intergenerational. It's a true community spirit event. Different departments show up. It's a great event. We'll probably have 400 or 500 runners out there. So.
Okay.
But yeah, and so there'll be folks set up there, volunteers, everybody setting up early in the morning too, so it's a little dark out, so they'll be out there setting the roads and working through that. But that's the first of 3, and we'll have 2 more after that. And then we host the Villages Senior Softball Tournament in October every year, and it's a huge softball tournament. We have players from the Villages, of course, and teams, and then teams and players from outside coming in to play a premier softball tournament. Both men's and ladies divisions will be out there. So you'll see a lot of field play taking place at Saddlebrook, Buffalo Glen, and the Everglades softball complexes. So it's going to be, it's great. We got accreditation, but it just shows why we're here. Just so much stuff going on, and it's really, really fun times to get out there. And if you just want to drive around and come watch the 5K and take a look at it, you'll be there, right? And if you just want to watch some great softball action, you can do that. And so we run everything from the active to the passive. You can come listen to Bobby Blackman, and then you want to come participate in some of the other stuff. So a lot of great things going on. We could talk for an hour about all the different stuff, but we appreciate the opportunity to get on here every Monday. But everything we talk about, we always say this is in the Villages Daily Sun. It's on VNN. It's in the rec publication on the website, the Villages app. There's so many different places people can find out what's going on.
Districtgov.org.
You got it.
It's all there. And then, actually tonight at 6, you can see this whole thing on VNN.
Maybe you could do Call Me the Breeze. Isn't that a song by Leonard Skinner? That's a good running song, isn't it? So maybe we can find that at some point. I mean, that's a good one.
I have to look and see if we have that in the system. If we do, I'll play it for you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Good seeing you.
You too. There he goes. Director of Recreation and Parks, Mr. John Rohan.
Up next, a rescue pup brings joy to a Villages couple.
Going on now at Kart World Golf Cars, the summer clearance. All new 2023 club cars and Garias must go.
Buy now and save big. Model year and discounts up to $1,250.
Whether you're in the market for a 2, 4, or 6-seater with gas, electric, or lithium power, Cartworld has it.
There's never been a better time to buy.
Hurry, don't miss out. When these cars are gone, so are these prices.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. The cleaning improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible. So call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
On the third Friday of each month, a dog adoption and pet information services event is held by Your Humane Society SPCA at a different recreation center in this community. Village of Amelia resident Judy Schulman went to several of these events before she came across the picture of a pup that caught her attention.
The dog wasn't physically there, and it was a little dog, and I asked why that dog wasn't there, and they said because they had just found her on the street and she was a year old, but she was ready to give birth any day. Originally, I was going to adopt her mom, and we ended up taking, of course, one of her puppies, but she had 5 puppies. They all got adopted, and the mom got adopted too. So it was a happy thing, because the mother was walking the streets, you know? So it's a great thing that everybody got a good home, which is great. She was tiny. She was a little ball of fluff. She was only 10 weeks old. And so, you know, we were just happy to have her, and she's been a real joy. She's really very, very smart, and you know, we've never had any issues with her. She's been trained from the very beginning. She used to ring the doorbell when she wanted to go out.
I could be home, she'll stay with me, but the minute Judy comes out of the bedroom or into the house, goodbye, see ya.
He's cream cheese.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm number one.
Yep.
She loves her mom. She loves daddy too, but I'm number one. Whether you get them when they're newborn like she was, or an older dog knows when you adopt it how much love that you are giving it. And after being in a shelter, they, you know, not getting very much attention, they just absorb all that, and they make the best pets. They really do, and they appreciate the love that they're getting back. They just make great pets. They really do.
On September 18th, the Schulmans had an extra special one-year birthday for Mitzi, complete with presents, a bath, and a trip to the dog park. The next dog adoption and pet information event hosted by Your Humane Society SPCA is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Friday at Sugarcane Recreation. Students and staff at the Village's Charter Elementary School Primary Center looked forward to Fire Prevention Week every year. Last week, firefighters from the Village's Public Safety Department and Sumter County Fire and EMS were busy visiting school campuses to share information on fire prevention and safety tips. Here's a look at the visit to the Primary Center at Buffalo Ridge.
Part of our core value and our mission statement is that we produce productive members of society as kids go through our amazing school system. Today, kids are seeing how they can become helpful members of a community and the respect that we get to give our community members as they're helping in crisis and non-crisis situations. Here we like to work together, collaboration, and that's part of being a community. We do have an SRO officer stationed at the school that helps with that relationship, but here they're learning how to interact and how our police department and our firefighters and first responders are helpful members, and so they'll feel more comfortable approaching them if they ever needed to. So since this program first started, we've received positive feedback from parents and thanking us for helping our kids see that our first responders are very beneficial members to our community, as well as inspiring some of them that have come to this program and graduated to become first responders themselves. And seeing the smiles on the kids' faces and hearing their laughter, I'm sure, and excitement as you hear, it really helps us remember our purpose and why we are here as educators, and that is to help our students become successful members of society.
The students and staff also met Sumter County Sheriff's Office K-9 Charlotte. This year's fire prevention theme was Cooking Safety Starts With You. We'll be back with more news from Florida's friendliest hometown.
Your Village's soundtrack is here for you throughout hurricane season and severe weather season.
Idalia, now a Category 4 hurricane.
This WVLG Hurricane Update is brought to you by Villages Insurance. Please listen carefully.
And we're also going to be joined by our forecasters, Dave Toll and Christopher James.
If you take a look at your home here in the Villages, that's getting almost 2/3 of the way up.
Rainfall in the Villages between 1 and 4 inches, and the wind speeds we expect going between 30 and 40 miles an hour during the brunt of the storm.
This Hurricane Update, we have the information you need when you need it. Stay tuned to WVLG.
You want to enjoy your home, we know. To live well is to eat well. Doc's Restorations knows you want a beautiful kitchen to enjoy your favorite meals with your family. Licensed, bonded, and insured, we can make it happen. Bathroom? We work with trusted brands and American-made materials for a squeaky clean result. Family owned and operated for over 14 years, experienced craftsmen and design consultants. We stand on it. We'll make you look like a million. It's up to you what you tell your neighbors. And much more. So relax. Doc's Restorations will take care of it all for you. One company, one source, one solution.
Next month, the Villages Community Development District is hosting its annual Government Day. More than 60 local, state, and federal agencies will be set up inside Eisenhower Recreation to provide you with valuable information and to answer any questions you might have about what they do, how they operate, and how that impacts you. This free informative event will go from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday, November 4th, again at Eisenhower Recreation. So whether you are new to the Villages and Florida, or if you have been here for years, you will walk away from this event with beneficial information. So make sure to put the Government Day on your calendar for next month. It's time now for a brief commercial break. We'll be right back.
This hurricane preparedness tip from VNN and WVLG is brought to you by the Villages Insurance.
Hi, this is WVLG staff forecaster Christopher James. Let's discuss the best protection against the dangers of a hurricane. It's simply preparation. Learn about your community's hurricane response plan. Create an evacuation plan with members of your household to minimize confusion and fear. Plan routes to local shelters and register family members with special medical needs. Evacuate if advised to do so by authorities. Avoid flooded roads. Standard homeowners insurance doesn't cover flooding. For info on flood insurance requirements in your area, visit the National Flood Insurance website at www.floodsmart.gov. And of course, listen to WVLG for live weather reports from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. every day, along with severe weather updates as warranted throughout the day. Keep listening for more information, including supplies, pet tips, and detailed information to keep on hand during hurricane season, presented by The Villages Insurance. And thanks for listening to Your Villages Soundtrack, WVLG.
If you get a hearing test, you should also have what's called speech and noise testing. Most of our patients will tell you they have trouble understanding people when there's a lot of ambient noise. So if I don't test you in noise, how do I quantify your handicap? How do I pick the right technology to overcome that? So speech and noise is a big part of our test, but guess what? It takes 2 minutes. It's simple, it's effective, it's scientific. We do it. I'm happy to report that. The other thing that's huge is a cognitive health screening. We know that untreated hearing loss damages the brain. It alters structures of the brain. Well, if I put hearing devices on you and I get the signal to the brain, but the brain is changed, right? That impacts how well the treatment works. So when I screen cognition, when we screen cognition, we get this information about 3 different domains of your cognitive health. And then we test you again in 4 months, right? So I treat your hearing loss, you go through your adaptation and your rehab process. You come back in 4 months and I put you back on that device. And guess what? We're seeing improvements in memory and executive function. So not only do we listen to your problem and treat it effectively, we're also really big about outcomes and validating them.
Clap your hands and stomp your feet. Time now for the Village's Entertainment Beat.
I'm Natalie, here with your Entertainment Beat. We're counting down the days to Hometown Halloween, and the special events crew is hard at work finishing up projects at the warehouse. Hometown Halloween is a 2-day event at Brownwood Paddock Square starting on October 27th from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. and starting with Farmers Market on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. This event is fun for the whole family, and live music is there for you to bust a move on the dance floor with 2 haunted houses, street performers for photo ops, resident performer groups, and so much more. And who can forget about one of our most adorable events, Growloween Pet Walking Costume Contest. This pet walk begins at 10 a.m. on the 28th. If you want to participate, register your dog online at thevillagesentertainment.com. The Villages Entertainment will team up with some of the Villages car clubs to host Trunk and Treat for children 12 and under. You can help us when you donate a bag of candy. Simply visit one of our drop-off locations or come visit us at Market Night this week, where our team will be taking donations for a chance at a spooky basket filled with goodies. Just look for the Villages Entertainment tent. And if that isn't enough Halloween for you, Scooter's Monster Bash is October 31st at Spanish Springs Town Square, bringing everyone's favorite DJ, Scooter, to the party. More details for these events can be found online at thevillagesentertainment.com, at entertainment box office locations, and over the phone. Tune in next time to hear all about the lineup of comedians coming to the Villages. That's your entertainment, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks, Natalie. The Villages, of course, is the place to be when it comes to great musical entertainment. And these are the bands ready to perform for you on Tuesday. That's all the news we have for you now. Pick up a copy of Tuesday's Daily Sun to learn about a new partnership to bring multiple generations together in the name of patriotism.
What's your position, Lunar One? Over.
Repeat that, Mission Control. I don't understand. Over.
What's your position? Over.
I need my hearing aids reprogrammed.
Joe here. We've remotely changed your hearing aid prescription. How do I sound?
Copy that. Loud and clear.
Program your hearing aid from anywhere in the universe with Global Live.
Only at Elite Hearing Centers of America.